Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I threw to you, Wish, for an intro back to the live ANZ Open division for the Hots, but looks like his camera may have frozen. So we'll welcome back. And we're going into game number 4 of the night, and we're going to Battlefield of Eternity, one of the old fan favorites. What are you looking at there, you Wish? He's looking at something. It must be quite interesting. Anyway, we have got Milkshake versus Funky Moon coming up for the last game of the evening. This is where we can see some Q-Build Valor do some real dirty damage, maybe a bit of a Malthael, or a Hanzo, my favorite guy. So just waiting for the lobby to get created and queued up there, ladies and gents. This is a little bit awkward. No. So looking to see Funky Moon take it to Milkshake tonight. I think these two teams are on a very similar level. I think that if we see Penta doing some things that Penta can do well, we'll see a little bit of a difference there. But I thoroughly enjoyed watching Stumpy's play on that Valor. I think there was a lot of damage that came out in that last game, and I'd like to see that replicated this game. Maybe just more onto the Immortal. Is that you back there, Mr. Wish?
I'm back. I'm sorry. After flaming Australian internet, my internet decided to just drop out for no reason. So
good old Kiwi internet, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's just the ANZ region in general. Anything within the bottom hemisphere of the world, just cucked.
Yep, I would agree after that. I was like, oh, I can't hear anything. And then I'm like, hang on a minute, everything's gone black. But anyway, we're back now. So
that's all good, mate. I just threw to you to bring us back into the game for the evening, and you weren't there. You let Open Div down. My goodness gracious me. Electro, are you going to play some Gazlo for me this map? I'd love to see it, mate. Let's do it. Let's make this a night to remember. All right, so it looks like we are almost ready. And Battlefield of Eternity, what bands are we going to see? I don't think we're going to see a Garrosh band. I don't think we're going to see it.
You don't think we're going to? You think we're not going to see a Garrosh then? Do you think they're not going to want him on Battlefield?
I'm just saying that in the hopes that everybody playing in this game hears me and doesn't ban Garrosh. Just want to see it. I just want to see what our guys can do with the tank.
I thought you were going to have a really good follow-up as to why. I was expectant.
I got nothing. Absolutely. You know what?
No, I agree.
Someone pick Urel, please, so we can see it on stream. That'd be nice. I want to see some Urel action. I want to see some dirty old Avenging Wraths into the team and some dirty old knockbacks and vindications and all the paladin things that she can do.
Urel just takes me back to, like, I think BC WoW, playing like Retribution Paladin with like Bubble Hearth and the instant mount. It just takes me back to playing WoW, which I've not done for a very long time.
I love the fact that they put Bubble Hearth in there as a level 20 talent. I think that's amazing. The amount of times I'd be playing there on my Rogue in like Alterac Valley or something, or just World PvP, level 60, little Warlord Rogue going up against a Pally. He'd heal himself to full.
Yep, I did that many a times. Well, we're thinking about our ban again. I feel like there's just really not much we can say about the draft until they decide what they're going to eventually ban, the Garrosh or the Genji. It hurts me a little bit.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Yeah, on Battlefield, I think that's definitely a more valid move to ban the other Shimada brother, but opting to not go with the Genji. So do you think we'll see the Malfurion possibly on the side of Milkshake?
Cheers, love.
Our time has come.
Interesting. That's interesting because a Malf Tracer would be such a strong 1-2 anyway. So it's interesting to give the Malf up and go the Artanis. We're gonna have a good race. We're gonna have a good race in our hands.
Would be mine. Hang on. Okay. Can we hear me? Can we hear Wish? Yes, we can.
Can we?
All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. There was a little button flashing at me. Now, Artanis Tracer. Very, very interesting. Why Artanis and Tracer first pick as opposed to potentially that Malfurion or a Tassadar to enable the Tracer? So I know Rats is going to be going all over the Tracer and plays a very, very solid Tracer, but not picking the support to go along with him at the same time, that's devastating. And speaking of devastating, Wish, Vala and Hanzo, that Immortal's not going to stand up for about 30 seconds. It's going to go down.
I reckon this draft is going into all sorts of places. We don't have a support on either side picked. And that's just blowing my mind right now. Do you think we're going to see a Malfurion ban, but then we're going to end up banning both top tier supports if we do that? That's an interesting position. That's something we've not seen a lot of. Certainly not tonight. We've not seen anything like this.
No, well, it makes sense now for Funky Moon to ban Malfurion because Milkshake just banned that Stukov, right? So they know, or they could be really clever and ban the Tassadar because Tracer without Tass shields, even with a Malfurion healer, is going to struggle. It really depends on this ban as to the rest of Milkshake's draft and whatever drafting strategy Funky Moon had prior to coming in here.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we've got Artanis. If we go amateur opponent, it's going to be good on the race, but certainly not as good as a Hanzo and a Vala as well. So they're going to need something more. The Tracer could do a little bit of help.
Yeah, well, obviously they picked the Artanis into the immortal damage. He destroys immortals. He's good at destroying heroes as well if you don't lock him down and allow him that use of his Li Ming ban. Okay. So Funky Moon obviously going on the offensive and not wanting to give Milkshake any real poke potential onto the immortal because they haven't really got a lot outside of Artanis. Li Ming, classic, Q build, destroying the immortals. Sorry, not Q build, but queuing the immortals over the walls is very, very good poke damage and good at chipping away.
Yeah, it's true. They've got the advantage of being able to poke the immortal down at the distance. Yeah, you're right, which Milkshake doesn't have at the moment. I'm still just not quite sure why you would, honestly, though, let that Malfurion through. Unless they have something up their sleeve to counter the Malfurion, but it really surprises me, to be honest.
Well, 5 seconds will tell the tale, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be... No? Wow. Okay.
Well,
completely flabbergasted right now. So, Jaina Karazim. This draft from Milkshake is shaking me up.
I mean, we could see Gazlo at this point, and I don't think I'd be surprised.
You know what? I want to see a
maybe
Gazlo. I want to see
smart.
Electro playing Gazlo. I think that would be amazing. No. So, Malfurion being picked up there by Funky Moon. It's amazing that he made it all the way through to pick number 4 in the draft for this team.
Who would have thought that would happen?
Well, yeah, there you go. There's a time for everything in the ANZ Open division, you wish, and it's now. And it's Malfurion at second last pick. And a Blaze, there's a 100% pick rate for Blaze tonight. I was not expecting that. Did he get some silent buffs or something over the week?
Not in anything that I read, but maybe they just realized he was still good. Maybe he doesn't need buffs. That bunker value, especially going to something maybe like a 7-sided strike or the pulse bomb, that's going to get such good value if they can time that bunker right.
That's very true. And Johanna picked up as the last pick on the side of Milkshake. So shaking up the drafting here in the Open Div. I'm very impressed. I want to see how this Artanis works out. I want to see how Karazim is going to keep Tracer alive. We got Blue Aura back onto that Jaina again. This is interesting. I like this. It's going to be a good final game for the rest of the evening here, Wishy.
Yeah, you're right about that Karazim and that Tracer. When she goes in deep, I suppose if you've got the Karazim going in as well, but then you don't really have the follow-up with the Johannas. You can't, not like, say, in a Nubrak where they could go a full dive comp. Can't really go do that. So
well, you can't have a Tracer go in deep when Karazim's your support, right?
No.
What's he? He's going to go in really and dive in over the top and try and keep her alive as well. I just don't see it.
No, so it's going to be interesting to see them to pull it off. And then again into the Hanzo Vala, I'm scared what that race is going to be like. That Immortal is going to die incredibly quickly on the side of Funky Moon.
Well, time is going to tell, and we are going to see whether or not the gamble Milkshake is putting on the table is going to pay off for them. So Artanis and Karazim, and Jaina, obviously, they've got the damage there to be able to take down an Immortal. Are they going to be able to peel enough? Are they going to be able to get the kills? So we'll find out.
That we will.
All right. And on the blue side, fighting out of the blue corner, we have got Funky Moon with Penta on the Hanzo, Stump God back on the Valor, Bot Silic on the Blaze, not Blaze, the Blaze. Electro Games on the Mirrodin and Bell on Malfurion.
10 seconds.
And on the red side, we've got Milkshake with the Ratza on his Tracer, Mr. Cat on the Karazim, Proven on the Artanis, Blue Aura on the Jaina again, and yet again, Fitz Chavarri on the Johanna.
Fitz is going to Johanna as a bit of a staple, and once again going in to hold your ground. So nothing different there. We see the amateur opponent on the Artanis. Not seeing any crazy builds coming out. Adrenaline Stim Pack for the Blaze though, so increased attack speed and move speed. Electro getting very, very low there. Going to be abusing that third wind healing though, so he's going to come up to full health in no time. A little bit of poke damage coming out. Hanzo going into simple geometry, of course, going to start stacking that up, and looking at 8 stacks in 39 seconds already, ladies and gents. That's pretty good. So Penta doing Penta things, putting the arrows and the hurt into Milkshake. Looks like we have got nothing out of the ordinary happening down here, ladies and gents. No kills, both on one level each. And we've got a bit of an invade coming up the top here. Tracer coming out for Bot Silic. They're getting a little bit of pain onto the Blaze. Do we have a pulse bomb up yet? No, we don't. Recall from the Ratza. Artanis just going to try and clear up that wave, but cannot get the kill onto Blaze. Good sustain there, and well sniffed out there by Bot Silic. And when Funky Moon realized that rotation had occurred, a little bit more pressure coming out down in the bot lane. Chivalry going in with a bit of a condemn. Jaina completely missing that Blizzard for some reason. Thought that maybe the condemn was going to come back. Penta securing the kill on Ratza by Tracer. That was some very, very clever play there. Stump God almost getting picked. And again, we've got a bit of a disengage here. So they want to get this bottom camp. Stump God putting down the pressure, getting the Q build damage in there. And, a little bit of Milkshake clearing up their bot lane themselves. So looks like we're going to see another rotation from the Tracer going into the top lane. And I think we're almost at the time when our Immortals are going to spawn. 2 minutes 30, I believe that is now. So bottom Kaza is picked up. They're going to try and get a little bit of a push here, Funky Moon. Going to get the reveal onto Mr. Cat on the Karazim. I love that Sonic Arrow. That's pretty good. Just going to disengage a little bit, not give his team all the rest of the vision. There we go. So 2 minutes 30, that Immortal spawned, and we instantly see Funky Moon turning, and they're going to go and start on their heavy camp. So Fallen Shaman's coming out. Is my mate You Wish back yet?
I'm here.
Well, there he is. Very good. Sorry, I thought you may have DC'd there, buddy.
Oh, sorry. No, you were doing such a good play-by-play. I apologize.
No, that's okay. So both teams picking up their Shaman camps right as the Immortals spawn. Perfect timing.
I was going to say something that I noticed, which I thought was quite interesting, is in last game we had Penta was playing the Decade. So they're switching around a little bit with this roster, obviously going on to the range DPS and Pell going on to healer.
Oh, Ratzer gets the Pulse Bomb onto the Mirrodin and then closes the deal with Artanis coming in and putting the damage down. We've got a fairly significant amount of damage coming out from Funky Moon, but without Mirrodin there to peel. Oh, they still managed to pick up the Jaina, so well done there to the Vala. Stumpy getting a lot of value on that Vala. Now we're going to see Blaze get propulsion in, but miss the stun. Ratza and Chivalry are going to peel off. Johanna going to go and maybe tap that well. Not really a huge amount that they can do now with that one person. You know, Jaina coming back in now from the back line. So it's just going to go to the race.
And that Artanis and that amateur opponent really shining through their race, even with the Jaina down. Still managed to keep it up, and it's pretty even going into the halftime show.
Very, very even. A matter of 400 damage there. So they're going to go for the race. Looks like Funky Moon are very confident that they're going to win it, but amateur opponent bringing in a lot of pain. No. Funky Moon take it with the Q build and W build under Valor respectively. So not going to see very much shield on this Immortal. It's not going to do a great deal. They may get a tower down if they're lucky and if they all concentrate their efforts. But Blaze instantly peeling down to that bottom lane, trying to get a little bit of XP value over the top of the Artanis. Not going to happen. So very, very equal on experience here at the moment. 2 kills to 1. This is looking like a little bit more of a more even map.
It is, yeah. Hopefully, we can hope so.
Now there goes the first tower, and there goes the wall and the gate. There comes the second tower. They're going to get the well. So the well here could very well prove a bit of a difference in any future combats that we see coming out inside of Milkshake. So a little bit unfortunate there. Are they going to go for a level 7 engage? Nope. Both teams hit it and disengage.
And Blaze and Artanis, I was a little bit surprised. I kind of thought the Blaze would probably win this lane a little bit harder against the Artanis in the bottom. But Kruven's doing a pretty decent job of holding his own against Godzilla on that Blaze. Doing well.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly even lane matchup there. Oh, here we go. Bodsilic going to go for a cheeky Khazra camp down the bottom. Kruven's going to sniff that out. Absolutely, yeah. Bodsilic's going to have to disengage from that. We're going to fight over the top Khazra camp coming up. Mirrodin just anchoring for his team there, giving them that vision. They pick up the top Khazras. That's just going to go through and create a little bit more trouble for Milkshake in keeping this lane even and clear. But experience-wise, there's nothing in it, guys. Absolutely nothing. Maybe almost a half level, maybe a quarter of a level. So 1 or 2 minion waves, and that's it. The Tracer rotating up top now, You Wish. What's she going to bring?
No, and Jaina rotated nice and quickly down to the bottom lane, so it's helped Kruven pick up that Khazra camp down the bottom as well. Help him a little bit more pressure, but Funky Moon's going to get this fort up top, so they've kind of won out on that exchange.
Yeah, that Khazra camp will provide a lot of value, a lot of damage in the back line as we got Fit Chivalry going in and getting Penta very, very low there on the Hanzo. Malfurion root trapping 3 members of Milkshake there. Ratzer not being able to do anything. He hasn't got any heals. Gonna have to disengage. That could have been a very different fight with a Tassadar or a Malfurion. Stump God putting the damage onto that Tracer, just BTW. And look, they're still in this. Milkshake are trying to vie for a bit of attention, but now they've managed to almost lose themselves a whole level of experience. And Funky Moon almost about to hit their 10s. Ooh, sorry. Milkshake are going to have to disengage right here. Kruven, he goes down. He had nothing there, unfortunately. Malfurion root almost trapped him. Jaina damage, just trying to peel for the rest of the team there. Not going to be effective. And look at this. Funky Moon is stealing that Shaman camp.
Yeah, they're keeping that pressure up, and they haven't even got their 10s yet, but that 4 vs 5 getting that kill. Artanis Proven had done a good job. He was put a lot of pressure on Stumpy on that Valor, but he couldn't pull out the kill. Had to pull out, and then obviously left it a little bit too long, and they were able to finish him off. And which is just going to give. You go.
I don't think we're going to see the value of that Karazim come out until at least level 13, if not 16, even here, you wish. But hopefully by that stage, Funky Moon haven't got that big of a lead. Otherwise, they're going to be in a lot of trouble by 16. And Funky Moon's